history of the southern Chou Gар praying mantis Kung Fu dates back to the southern Shaolin monastery of southern China. The name of the founder was Zhao. He spent many years in the Shaolin monastery developing this system. The top Shaolin monks at that time gave Zhao the full cooperation to develop this system. He harnessed the hidden powers of the body through the vast range of training exercises that became unique to the southern praying mantis. The form that you see here was to stimulate the gang or shock powers. Developing this inch force power, one has to undergo a training program with all the conditioning exercises that go along with this system. This exercise is called Yukio Chaisel. Its aim is to develop the legs, arms and the trunk of the body. One such exercise, Doijong, is a two-man training that develops one's sensitivity, strength, balance and footwork. When you have gone through such exercises, then you condition your body with hitting exercises. Here is Big Boy. This is taught when your gum gong or golden bell or iron shirt cover, as is known in English, is developed to a sufficient standard. Gao Choi is a hand-hitting exercises and is the first part of Dit Sha Jern or iron palm. No system is complete without the knowledge of knowing how and where to hit, and the Chou Gar praying mantis Kung Fu teaches those vital aspects. Now let's see and practice the Chou Gar praying mantis basic steps. First, the forward steps. Returning back. And practicing on the left side. Now let's see those steps from the side. First, take the right stance. Change to the opposite side. Make a note of the fingers, how they grip around the waist when every step has been taken. Every time you complete a step, the toes should claw the floor and the legs should pull in. Now let's take a closer look of the forward step. When you begin to move forward, shift your weight on the back leg, bring in the front leg slightly and then move forward. When you have completed a single step, try to keep the weight evenly on both legs. And now much slower. On reversing, the procedure is the same. Shift your weight on the front leg, bring in the back leg slightly, and then step back. Now let's see the knee raise, known as tung sat. From this angle, you can easily see how the knee covers the groin completely. Now from the side. Now let's take a closer look of the knee raise. When you lift either knee, make sure it covers the groin. Try to lift the knee up as high as possible. This knee technique is for an attack or a block. And again, this time from the side. When lifting up your knee, make sure the toes point to the ground. Now the cross steps. In this stepping technique, you should go from one side and then to the other. Make sure you look at the direction you are going or coming from. And once again. Now let's see that same stepping technique, but this time from the side. Now let's see a close-up view of the cross step. When you completed each step, make sure the weight is evenly placed on both legs. And slowly again, but this time from the side. When you have completed each step, make sure there is a front leading leg and a rear back. In other words, don't get caught square on. And again, and returning. Now let's see Sunma Big Bowl, or half forward steps. When moving forward, the front leading leg goes out first, then the back leg moves forward. On returning, you perform the cross steps. Sunma Big Bowl is a forward attacking step and is not normally used to go back. And now from the side. Now a close-up view. Once again, notice how the right leg went out, followed through by the left leg, and again vice versa. This time from the side. Once more, right leg goes out, followed through by the left, left leg goes out, followed through by the right. Now let's see the Chou Gar praying mantis chasing steps, known as shoe bowl. The essence behind these stepping technique was to chase the opponent and pursue him relentlessly, and this time going back. And now from the side. Now a close-up view. Make sure that when practicing this step that both feet do not come together. Now let's see several different hand and foot combinations of the Chou Gar praying mantis system. First, the respect sequence. This time, hand combination 1 from the side. When practicing this hand combination, make sure you have a rear hand guard. Now let's see a close-up view at slow pace. First, a forward block and attack, knife hand strike to ribs, pixel block and palm, and then on the left side. Once more, a forward block and attack, knife hand strike to the ribs, pixel block, followed by palm strike. On the left side, a forward block and attack, knife hand strike to the ribs, pixel block, followed by a palm strike. This time from the side. A block, an attack, knife hand strike to the ribs, pixel block, and palm. Once more, this time on the right side. Forward block and attack, knife hand strike to the ribs, pixel block, and then palm. Hand combination number 2. A low strike, followed by a hammer hand attack to the head. This time, that same sequence, but from the side. When practicing this hand combination, make sure you have a rear hand guard. And now slowly, from a close-up view. Now, much slower. First, a low phoenix fist strike, followed by a hammer hand attack to the temple cavity on the head. A low phoenix fist strike, and a hammer hand attack to the temple cavity on the head. And once again. Use your nose as a guideline to where you're hitting. This time from the side. A low phoenix fist strike, followed by a hammer hand attack to the temple cavity on the head. Again, this time reversing. A low phoenix fist strike followed by a hammer hand attack to the head. Now, hand combination sequence number 3. Now on the left side. Now done slowly. First, a forearm smash with grab. Upper elbow strike whilst pulling. Cover hand, block and attack. A hammer hand strike. Then side kick to the midsection. Again, a forearm smash with grab. Upper elbow strike whilst pulling with the right hand. Cover hand attack. A hammer hand strike. Then side kick to the midsection. A lot of techniques in the Chou Gар praying mantis Kung Fu are done simultaneously by blocking and attacking at the same time. Now, hand combination number 4. This technique is known as sisal or deflection hand. Now let's see that same technique, this time from the side. And now, let's see that same technique but slowly. Place both hands on your chest in Phoenix Eye position. Push out your right hand, bring your arm down and across, and then chop. Push out your left hand, bring your arm down and across, and then chop to the neck. And going back is the same principle. Make sure one of your hand is on your chest whilst the other is going through the deflection hand techniques. And now slowly, but from the side. Push out your right hand, bring your arm down and across, and then chop. Step forward, push out your left hand, bring your arm down and across, and then chop. And same principle on the right again. Now let's see hand combination number 5. Again, slowly from the side. And now let's see that same technique, but slowly. First, chop to the neck with right hand. Left hand comes under, then strike with right hand, phoenix eye fist. Move forward, chop with the left hand. Right hand comes under, then strike with the left hand, phoenix eye fist. Returning back, the same principle. Chop with the left hand, right hand comes under, and strike with left hand, phoenix fist. And from the side, chop with left hand, right hand comes under, and strike with left hand, phoenix eye fist, and returning back. Hand combination number 6. Now from the side. And now let's see that again, but slowly. First, strike to the left side, then to the right, strike to the low left side, and then to the low right, followed by a hammer hand strike. Move forward, strike to the right side, then to the left, then to the low right, and then to the low left, followed by a hammer hand strike. Moving back is the same principle. Now let's see that same technique, but this time from the side. Make a note of the rear hand, of how it circles over the leading hand before the releasing of the hammer hand strike. It's at this point you see it overlap. Once more, and again it overlaps, and strike, and then finally finish. Now let's see hand combination number 7. This technique is called cham jang sao, which means sinking elbow hand. Now let's see that same technique from the side. And again, this time slowly. Push out your right hand, block low, what appears to be in a half moon shape action, then finally palm. Moving forward, push out your left hand, block low in what appears to be a half moon action, and finally palm. Again on the right side. This technique is to block an attack to your ribs. The elbow on this technique is slightly lower than the hand. Make sure you have a rear hand guard as well. And again, this time from the side. Make a note of the elbow. It is slightly lower than the hand itself. The palm is a very short inch force palm. This power comes from the ribs itself. Hand combination number 8. Now let's see that same action, this time from the side. This group of techniques is to develop your speed and your short range power. Try to notice that all the techniques that you see here are performed in front of you and none of them past your hips. And now let's see that same group of techniques slowly. First palm, hammer hand strike, palm again, center block, opening hands, pull out to the side, palm strike to the ribs. Cut back hand, strike to the neck, step forward, palm, hammer hand strike, palm again, center block, opening hands, pull out to the side, palm strike to the ribs, cut back hand, strike to the neck, and step back, the same principle. Try to make a note that you have a rear hand guard as well. This is very important in the praying mantis system. And again, slowly, but this time from the side. First palm, hammer hand strike, palm again. Center block, opening hands, pull out to the side, palm strike to the ribs, cut back hand and strike to the neck. Move forward, palm, hammer hand strike, palm again, center block, opening hands, pull out to the side, palm strike to the ribs, cut back hand, strike to the neck. Returning back, the same principle. Try to keep the elbows free from the stomach. The elbows shouldn't touch the stomach at all. And finally finished. Now let's see hand combination number 9. This hand combination is done with the feet and hands simultaneously. This technique is only done moving forward. Now let's see it from the side. And finally, slowly. First, heel kick and claw, side kick, stamp and claw. Heel kick and claw, side kick, stamp and claw. Again, slowly from the side. Heel kick and claw, side kick, and stamp and claw. The stamping that you see is to hit the foot of the person and claw to the throat. Now let's see some training exercises that will develop your sensitivity for close-in fighting. And now slowly. First, strike low. The opponent blocks, remove his blocking hand and strike the palm of his other hand, and vice versa. First, strike low. Remove his blocking hand and strike the palm of his other hand. Strike low. Remove the blocking hand and strike the palm of his other hand. Strike low. Remove his blocking hand and strike the palm of his other hand. The opponent's palm that you see hitting here is a substitute for the head, and a continuous practice. Now let's see another training exercise. Now slowly, first chop. The opponent blocks. Lift that blocking hand out of the way and strike low with Phoenix Eye fist. Again, chop. Lift his arm out of the way and strike low. Again, chop. Move it out of the way and strike low. Chop. Move his blocking hand out of the way and strike low. Chop. Remove his blocking hand and strike low. And a continuous practice. And training exercise number 3. Now let's see that same training exercise but slowly. First, centre block and palm. Circle the opponent's hand and strike, and vice versa. Centre block, palm. Circle his striking hand and palm. Block, palm again. Centre block, palm. Circle the opponent's hand, strike. Block back, palm. Centre block, palm again. Circle the opponent's hand and strike. Cut back block, palm. Centre block. Right, now I'm going to explain the application of the hand combinations number 1. This technique, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first technique, if someone grabs you and he comes around with a bow trip, you push forward. That is the first technique. Again, and block. Push, leave him open for a strike underneath. Once more. That technique. This is not an up block. We don't do up blocks in Chou Gar practice. Up blocks, if he does an up block, leaves himself open for an attack under the armpit and then the ribs. The next 2 techniques is mix up and block. So we've done 1, 2, 3, If he punches me, my block picks up, hitting the pressure point on his wrist, and from there striking to the nerve on the face, the infraorbital nerve that's here. So there's the application for this particular movement in the hand combination number 1. The next hand combination, number 2, is a strike blow coming round with a guard shot. 1, 2. Okay, it takes a 5 stance. If I punch him with a low strike and he blocks, from here, I hit the nerves that are on top of the arm up here, and then strike around the jaw. Again, as I come in, he blocks, I hit these nerves, and strike around the jaw. From a different angle, I come in, he blocks, again hit the arm nerves, and strike around the jaw, coming in this direction. 1, 2. Right, the next hand combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan, yi, sa, say, nin. The first technique is an arm break. If I grab his wrist, the wrist points, pressure points, this small one arm breaks his arm at the elbow. But when we break his arm, we don't need the elbow joint. We come up about an inch higher because there's a pressure point there, and you'll notice that on the application videos of the pressure points. So you come along and twist into that, breaking his arm, or coming up a bit further, and again another pressure point up here. So this technique is to break the arm. The next technique, this one, again, grabbing pressure points at the wrist and striking the heart. Coming in, if he punches me with that hand, I can grab and come in. Or we can use that same technique again to break the elbow, using the opposite side. Again, breaking the elbow and pulling this one down. From here, we have bow drop, cover hand. If he throws a punch, I cover that hand and strike him just on the jaw itself. Not underneath, but just off the hip or the neck. As a cover hand, we can do that with both hands or with just a single hand. From there, if he punches with his left hand, this hand comes over. Again, keeping the pressure points on the arm, guard joint, again, either a bridge of the nose, or again, the nerve just at the side of the nose. So these last then he throws a punch, block, and guard joint. The next technique, the fifth one, is a kick. The kick, if you punch with one hand, I block, which is that scooping action, and kick to the ribs. You notice that the kick is done like this. That shape. There's a little secret behind the reason why that kick is, and the foot is at that angle. So no. The ribs are like this, and they go down, coming like this. From the side, both ribs look like it goes up. And that kick fits perfectly at that angle. Fits perfectly at the ribs at that angle. In actual fact, if, for instance, I kick it just like this, he's not going to feel much pain if I do like this. So there's the secret of close-in kicking and why the angle of the foot is like that, because it fits perfectly at the ribs. So you have those 5 techniques. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, if my hand is in combat and my hand is in the inside of these, if he comes underneath, I side over movement, deflection, deflecting. From there, I chop. Again, block and strike. It's a very simple technique, or it can be used if he's pressing my arm down, press it down, I deflect by letting go and come over, deflect and strike. So we have two techniques. Or it can be used, for instance, if he kicks me with the left leg, block, slice off and move in, deflect. Again with that leg. When we do the slice off, there's a pressure point in the middle of the calf muscle here in the tibial nerve. And we hit that there, even just the strike. So there's slice off technique. Just stop it. The next hand combination is chop, hand lifts up and strike, either low or high. For instance, if I make a move to chopping, if he blocks, then to attack me, I've got to remove his hand. Very simple. Move this hand out of the way and strike. 1, 2. Again, 1, 2. This hand comes over. Again, strike at a pressure point along the medial nerve and strike. Or we can go to attack the throat. In actual fact, there's a pressure point just off the throat and we can aim it there. Okay, so here's that movement. From this angle, do this. So here, 1, 2, 1, 2. The next hand combination is 1, 2, 3, 4, gouge. 1, 2, 3, 4, gouge. Okay, if he squares off, he throws a right punch, I block inside there, getting on the nerve. From there, strike the back. 1, 2, that's where that technique comes in. From there, once we dizzy him, make him dizzy, gouge on the neck. I will explain what's the connection between the head and the shoulder in the nerve strikes and pressure point videos. But for now, this is the technique. This is the application of this technique. 1, 2, gouge. Or we can use it for a low, because there's one going down low as well. Again, strike the pressure point of the arm, and then there's 2 pressure points down here as well as here. We can strike, and then again, gouge on the shoulder, or the bridge of the nose, or again, inside the nose where it's the nerve. This technique can also be used if you keep to a front kick with your leg. Again, to strike a pressure point in the inside of the leg. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, followed by gouge. Okay, remember, you can use these techniques. You only want to use 1 or 2. It doesn't mean to say you can use this technique 1, 2, then wait for the punch again, 1, 2. No, you have to use them separately and individually. The next technique is called chum jump sao. 1, 2, and then palm it. 1, 2, strike. If I'm on the outside, making contact, I bring his arm down. This is why it's called chum jump sao. And from there, you push it, get under, and strike. So from there, under. If we can turn around. Here and in. Coming under, there's 2 pressure points either side, just where the chest muscles are. We can get under there, as well as the solar plexus coming up, or just below where the nipple is. Strike. Okay. So this is chum jump sao. 1, push in, 1, 2, 3. The next technique of the hand combinations consists of 9 different techniques. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The first one is a palm strike. Again, to the side of the face, or we can use it to the side of the neck. Second one, calf stroke. Again, bridge of the nose. 1, 2. Or here on the shoulder, on the shoulder. 1, 2. Third one, again, going back to that same technique. Because, as I said before, in the pressure point videos, I tell you the relationship between the head and the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 is dozo. Dozo is a block coming here. After dozo, you have fanzo. Fanzo is an energy technique to move his hand out of the way. Or if his hand's here, to do it on this side. Dozo, fanzo. From here, you have a pulling out technique. If my hand is here, and his hand is here, he punches from this distance, I scoop this away. From there, palm strike to the ribs. The next technique is gozo and palm. He punches, I gozo, catching these nerves at the end of the wrist, and from there, striking to the face or the neck. Do it from a different neck. Okay, so 1, 2, or 2, 3, punch, 4, 5, punch up, punch, 6, scoop out, 7, punch, 8, and 9. I'm not asking you to think that in a fight you use all these techniques just like that. No, you may only use this technique followed by a knife hand strike. Each technique must be used individually, even though they're in a combination. The idea is to use these techniques individually. Try to remember that. The 9th hand combination goes 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the application of this, the first technique, again try to break up these movements. It doesn't mean to say you've got to do this followed by that. It can be done in any order. The hand combinations are meant to sort of give ideas of the way the techniques are going to be used. The first technique, from here, this hand pulls back, this one claws. The reason for this hand pulling back is very simple, and I hope that you can make use of this yourself and find out the reason why. If I try to pull his head back, if he resists me, I'm going to have a hard time. He's going to resist it. But if I grab these muscles here, and the pressure point is here, and I want to bring him forward, I can. It's very simple. So this is where this technique comes in. At the same time, as we bring him forward, we claw, and then the right leg kicks the back leg. You got this? So from here, that's the first technique. The second technique, from here, and then stand. Again, simple. Blocking, kicking the knee, standing for a little bit, then the foot, standing on the foot. At the same time, coming in with a claw strike or a hit to the head, the top of the head. because there's a link between this foot and the hand. Again, kick, move in, stand the foot. I won't stand this foot, I just move it. And strike. Or claw. This hand is very important to actually focus in, if you can see that, actually block. Push this hand down, restrict me into this element. So there you go, one technique, right side. We do it from the other side. Again, I pull him down, I claw, kick him. Okay, there's that position, first position. Second position, kick. Third, heel stand on the heel. Next step, go a little bit into the pressure points onto the foot. At the same time, if I hit the pressure point on the foot, at the same time, hit a pressure point here, that will make more effect. Bang, bang, or bang. One thing about the claws is that there's two ways of clawing. Hit